just a few seconds, that's all it could take. One command from Washington, and America's deadliest weapons are already in motion. Missiles faster than bullets, bombers invisible to radar, submarines waiting beneath the waves. We're revealing 9 U.S. weapons so powerful that by the time we reach the last one, you'll see why even Putin has reason to be afraid. Weapon 9, AC-130 Spectre. Let's start with what most people think is just a cargo plane with guns. The AC-130 Spectre is actually a flying artillery platform that costs $190 million each. But here's what the Pentagon doesn't want you to know. This thing carries a 105mm howitzer cannon, the same gun you would find on a tank, except it's flying 15,000 feet above you. It also has a 40mm cannon and a 20mm rotary cannon that fires 2,500 rounds per minute. When this beast circles over a target, it can stay in the air for 7 hours straight, raining down artillery shells with pinpoint accuracy. Russian ground forces call it the Angel of Death, because all they hear is a distant hum before everything around them explodes. But this is just the beginning. Weapon number 8 is the upgraded version of this nightmare, and it's already positioned 200 miles from their border, ready to unleash something Russia has never seen before. Weapon 8, AC-130 Joule Ghost Rider. Now this is where things get absolutely insane. The AC-130 Joule Ghost Rider is not just an upgrade, it's a completely different animal. This flying fortress costs $115 million each and can stay in the air for 10 hours straight. While the older AC-130 Spectre shoots from one side, the Ghost Rider has sensors and weapons systems that can engage targets in all directions simultaneously. It has the same 105mm howitzer, but adds a 25mm cannon and precision-guided bomb capabilities. But here's the part that makes Russian commanders lose sleep. This thing has advanced targeting systems that can track and engage multiple targets at once. It can destroy an entire Russian convoy while coordinating with satellites and ground forces in real time. The Ghost Rider has already proven its effectiveness in combat operations, but weapon number 7 takes precision to a level that Russia simply cannot match. Weapon 7, HIMARS. This is the weapon that has been absolutely destroying Russian forces in Ukraine, and now the US has over 500 of these systems ready to deploy. HIMARS stands for High Mobility Artillery Rocket System, and each one costs $5.1 million. These aren't just rocket launchers. Each HIMARS can fire 6 precision-guided rockets with a range of over 300 kilometers and accuracy within 2 meters of the target. Think about that. A rocket can travel 300 kilometers and hit within 2 meters of exactly where it's supposed to. The Russians call HIMARS the hand of God because by the time they hear the rockets coming, it's already too late. The system fires all 6 rockets in under a minute, then drives away before Russian counter-artillery can even locate where the shots came from. But what makes this terrifying for Russia is that the US can position these systems anywhere within 300 kilometers of Russian territory, and there is absolutely nothing Russia can do to stop them. But weapon number 6 doesn't even need to be on Earth to destroy targets. Weapon 6, US Navy Electromagnetic Railgun. This is the weapon that makes explosives obsolete. The US Navy electromagnetic railgun costs $500 million to develop, but each shot costs virtually nothing because it fires pure metal projectiles using electrical energy instead of gunpowder. Here's how insane this weapon is. It fires a 20-kilogram metal projectile at over 7,800 kilometers per hour. That's over Mach 6. The projectile has no explosives, but hits with such force that it creates devastation equivalent to a massive bomb through pure kinetic energy alone. Russian tanks, bunkers, even underground facilities become completely useless against this weapon. A single shot can travel 370 kilometers and arrive on target in just 6 minutes. By the time Russian radar detects the projectile, it has already hit and destroyed whatever it was aimed at. But here's what keeps Russian military planners awake at night. The railgun requires no ammunition storage because it fires simple metal rods. A single US Navy ship could fire hundreds of these projectiles without worrying about running out of explosive ammunition. But weapon number 5 operates from a place Russia cannot touch, and they have no idea when it's watching them. Weapon 5, X-37B spacecraft. This is the most mysterious weapon on our list, and for good reason. The X-37B spacecraft is operated by the US Space Force and has been conducting classified missions in orbit for over 15 years. Each mission costs approximately $192 million, but what it carries remains completely secret. What we do know is terrifying enough. The X-37B can stay in orbit for over 900 days, silently moving above Earth completely undetected by Russian tracking systems. It has a cargo bay that can carry classified payloads and can change its orbit at will. Russian military experts believe the X-37B is testing space-based weapons systems. Imagine kinetic bombardment weapons that can strike anywhere on Earth within 15 minutes with the force of a nuclear weapon, but no radiation. Russia has no defense against orbital strikes, but here's the part that makes Putin lose sleep. There are currently 2 X-37B spacecraft in orbit right now, and Russia has no idea what they're carrying or when they might strike. The US could eliminate Russian leadership from space, and Russia would never see it coming. But weapon number 4 travels so fast that even if Russia detected it, they couldn't do anything to stop it. Weapon 4, a dog-stock, long-range hypersonic weapon Dark Eagle. This is where we enter territory that Russia simply cannot match. The long-range hypersonic weapon, called Dark Eagle, costs $756 million to develop and has a range of 1,725 miles, traveling at over Mach 5. That's more than 3,800 miles per hour. But here's what makes this weapon absolutely unstoppable. It travels to the top of Earth's atmosphere and glides back down at hypersonic speeds, changing direction and maneuvering unpredictably. Russian missile defense systems are designed to track ballistic missiles that follow predictable paths. Dark Eagle doesn't follow any path. Each Dark Eagle battery has 4 mobile launchers, and each launcher carries 2 missiles for a total of 8 hypersonic weapons that can be fired within minutes. The entire system is truck-mounted, so it can drive to any location, fire all 8 missiles, and disappear before Russia even knows where the attack came from. From launch to impact in Moscow takes just 20 minutes, and by the time Russian radar detects the missile, it's already descending at Mach 10 with enough kinetic energy to destroy hardened bunkers without any explosives at all. But weapon number 3 travels even faster and can maneuver in ways that defy physics. Weapon 3, AGM-108 ARRW hypersonic missile. Now we're talking about a missile that travels over 12,000 kilometers per hour, that's over Mach 9. The AGM-108 ARRW, which stands for Air-Launched Rapid Response Weapon, is launched from B-52 bombers and can strike Moscow in under 10 minutes from US airspace. What makes this weapon terrifying is not just its speed, but its ability to change direction mid-flight. Traditional missiles follow ballistic trajectories that can be predicted and intercepted. The ARRW can literally turn left, right, up, or down while traveling at Mach 9, making it impossible to intercept. Russian S-400 and S-500 missile defense systems are completely useless against this weapon. They simply cannot track or engage a target that moves this fast and changes direction unpredictably. It's like trying to catch a bullet that can suddenly decide to curve around corners. The US Air Force has been testing these weapons for 3 years, and they have achieved a 100% success rate in trials. Russia knows these weapons exist, but they have no counter for them, and no way to defend against them. But even this incredible weapon pales in comparison to weapon number 2, which can deliver its payload while remaining completely invisible. Weapon 2, B-2 Spirit Stealth Bomber. This is the most expensive military aircraft ever built, at $2.1 billion each. And for good reason. The B-2 Spirit has a radar signature smaller than a seagull despite being 172 feet wide. Russian air defense systems literally cannot see it coming. Each B-2 can carry 23 tons of weapons, including B-83 thermonuclear bombs with a yield of 1.2 megatons. That's 80 times more powerful than the bomb dropped on Hiroshima. A single B-2 can carry 16 of these bombs and deliver them anywhere in the world while remaining completely invisible to enemy radar. The B-2 has already proven its stealth capabilities in combat. It has flown missions over heavily defended airspace and dropped precision-guided bombs without ever being detected. Russian S-300, S-400, and even their newest S-500 systems are completely useless against stealth technology this advanced. But here's what makes this weapon absolutely terrifying for Russia. The US has 20 B-2 bombers, and each one can fly from Missouri to Moscow, drop its entire nuclear payload, and return home without Russia ever knowing it was there until the bombs start exploding. But weapon number 1 makes even the B-2 look like a toy. This is the weapon that keeps Putin awake at night because he knows there is absolutely no defense against it. Weapon 1, Trident II, D-5 submarine-launched ballistic missiles. This is the ultimate weapon of mass destruction. The Trident 2D5 missile system is carried by Ohio-class submarines, and right now, there are 970 deployed nuclear warheads on these submarines hidden somewhere in the world's oceans. Each Ohio-class submarine costs $6.1 billion and carries 24 Trident II missiles. Each missile has 8 nuclear warheads that can target different cities simultaneously. One submarine can destroy 192 different targets with enough nuclear firepower to end civilization. But here's what makes this weapon system absolutely unstoppable. These submarines are completely undetectable when submerged. Russian sonar technology cannot find them, satellite surveillance cannot track them, and they can stay underwater for months at a time without surfacing. The US has 14 of these nuclear submarines operating around the world right now, and Russia has no idea where any of them are. Each submarine can launch all 24 missiles within 15 minutes, and every major Russian city would be destroyed before Putin could even reach his bunker. The Trident II missiles travel at Mach 20, over 15,000 miles per hour, and have a range of 7,500 miles. From their hidden positions in the ocean, these submarines can strike any target in Russia within 30 minutes, and there is absolutely nothing Russia can do to stop them. This is why nuclear submarines are called the ultimate deterrent. Russia knows these weapons exist, they know they cannot defend against them, and they know that any nuclear attack on America would result in the complete destruction of Russia within minutes. Here's what I couldn't tell you earlier. These 9 weapons can work together as one coordinated system. The X-37B spacecraft provides targeting data, while hypersonic missiles launch from hidden submarines. Railguns fire cover shots, while stealth bombers deliver nuclear payloads that Russia never sees coming. Russia has individual weapons, but nothing like this level of integration. The US can fight with weapons Russia cannot see, track, or stop. The real question isn't whether America could destroy Russia in seconds. It's whether Putin realizes that any attack would end his country before he could retaliate.